Hey guys, I'm just coming to you with a word of advice, and you did not see me with my glasses on. Erase that from your mind. See, the other day, my brother and I got into a little argument, little fight, over what brothers and sisters fight over, which is 3 drops of milk in a cup. And I'm not saying that's literally the topic that every brother and sister fight about, but they fight over small, itty-bitty little things like that. And I think, I can't say which one of us got, ticked off first. But I know I got ticked off because he said something to me in a tone that I did not like. So I blow up in his face. He comes back and blows up in mine. And I'm about ready to walk away from the fight. But what I didn't know was that my 23-year-old brother Ricky was listening in. And he comes in and he sits us down for 40 minutes and talks some sense into us. Well, me, I don't know how, Chris handled it or anything, but he showed me a few things about arguing. And Ricky, 5 years ago, would have stood us up and yelled at us for 3 hours. But over the years, he's learned. And I think I'm finally starting to learn, which is a great feeling. And I want people to realize this, and because us being humans, when we argue, we don't like to hear other people's opinions because it's not ours, You think, well, you're wrong because this is what I think. You don't listen to what they're saying. You take their body language and their tone of voice and you overreact about that. You don't look at the meaning of their words. And the funny thing is, you get ticked off over the least offensive comments because of the way they say it. Isn't that funny? Like, I noticed that. And it's just something you gotta watch out for is that, and you gotta talk and just hold up a minute, look at the problem, and do something about it instead of wasting your energy fighting over it or fighting about it. Especially if it's something small. Sure, you have different opinions. You want the other person to understand that. You say your opinion, you don't fight back because you're not going to change their mind. They're not going to change yours, most of the time. So it's not really worth fighting, about making a big deal about it. And actually, this whole talk that Ricky had with me, I actually kind of applied it to my life last night. See, because something happened between my dad, my brother, and, my mom was starting to sleep, and I was thinking, oh God, she's going to wake up. So I go in there and tell them to quiet down. You don't need to raise your voice, just keep your cool. And my dad, pushes me away. He's like, no, you don't get involved. This isn't your fight. And I'm like, yeah, well, it's going to be Mom's fight, and she's probably going to tear your face off in 10 minutes if she doesn't get some sleep. So I suggest you quiet down, But I walked away, and I stood in the kitchen, and my dad comes in and asks me if I have anything to say. So I go in the living room, we all sit down, and we talk it out, and I try to point out what Ricky was, helping me out with the other day. And for the most part it worked out. If I had, really gotten angry, which I was pretty upset, I have to admit. But if I had reacted a different way, it wouldn't have ended nearly as well as it did. Of course, last night I didn't get to say everything that I wanted to say, but you know, I'm over it now. They probably aren't, because my dad isn't in the greatest mood today. I mean, the argument started at 8 and ended at about 11 at night, and we just kind of called it a night and tried to get some sleep, but I literally couldn't sleep last night. It took me till about 3 o'clock to fall asleep. I woke up at 5, I think. Just tossing and turning, but, you know, when you argue, just keep those things in mind, and things will be so much easier. And as tiring as fighting may be, arguing, you're never gonna get away from it. So forget that. People are always gonna contradict you, so you're always gonna argue probably. But just if you keep those things in mind, just keep your cool. And if you're gonna get angry, say what you mean. Don't just say what feels good at the time because you're upset. And listen to them. Don't interrupt them, or try not to, and just keep your cool the whole time. Things will be so much easier. And, you know, it's helped, actually, and it's shown. So, thanks for listening to me, guys. This was half getting things off of my mind, also. Don't ask. I'm just gonna eat my pixie sticks. All of these for $1. Can't pass that up. So yeah, just keep those things in mind and things will be a lot easier. So have a good day, guys. Keep what I said in your heart, and thank you.